They sit around and drink together. So what kind of respect is she showing her husband? Never mind this little boy, because that's what I'm calling him. This Solar says he's 27-year-old, but he's not acting like someone who is about being a man. Because when you're a man, you don't go into someone's home, try to break up their marriage, and turn their wife into your side piece. She's part of your harem. She's going to be the mistress of the what nation? The nation, island nation, or some foolishness. And then Jaguar is a grown woman, and for her to fall for the okey doke, you would have thought she knows better. But in any event, they said the bloggers were saying that when he was on that show, the Nature Boy show, that people were saying that he's got an STD. And he passed it on to his girlfriend. So this is all alleged, right? Because they don't know for sure. But so I'm thinking, what kind of character does this Solar have? Because that's one thing to walk into a man's home and try to take his wife from right up under his nose. But it was alleged that he had, when he was in the nation, that cult, he beat his girlfriend. He would have sex, anal sex with his girlfriend, and then plead the fifth, like if, oh, I didn't know it went in the wrong hole. Honey, let me tell you something. You know if it went in the wrong hole. The holes are not the same. Okay? It's not the same. The texture is not the same. And a lot of other things are not the same. So, I'm speaking from a medical perspective. It's not the same. So for him to plead the fifth that, oh, I didn't know where it was going in, was very disingenuous. Another thing, they said he spat in his girlfriend's face or mouth or someplace in that orbit right there. To spit in a person's face, whether it's your girlfriend or an enemy, it's the height of disrespect. And telling you guys, all you young people out there, anybody who spits in your face, distance yourself. Don't ever have anything to do with them because they're showing you the height of disrespect. You know, in some Muslim communities, in some Muslim countries, I should say, throwing a shoe at a person is the height of disrespect. So you have to know when you're being disrespected. If I throw a shoe at you here in America, you would think of it as, oh, please. Or you wouldn't be disrespected. Or didn't feel as though I was disrespecting you. But if you do that in some other Muslim countries and throw a shoe at someone, they might hang you for that. Or chop your neck off because that's the height of disrespect. So in America, and a lot of different places, spitting in some people's faces, spitting in a person's face is the height of disrespect. And if anyone does that to you, you got to distance yourself. You got to cut them off. You got to not ever talk to them again. But when Solar was hugging Jaguar and telling her, I love you in the car, as she was having her mental breakdown, I noticed he had a little smile on his face, like if he was enjoying it. Like if that was his aim, that was his goal, and what? Mission accomplished. It was like he was on a high, okay? That he came, he saw, and he conquered. Because it was his mission to conquer Jaguar, to break up that marriage, and he did it. Kudos to you, Solar. You got another badge in hell to get. So another thing people were saying about Solar is that he was mistreated when he was in Carbon Nation by Nature Boy, and he was disrespected in so many ways, and just mistreated. The way I see it, it's like what he's doing right now. If that's true, what he's doing right now is he is taking all that he learned from Nature Boy and all the mistreatment that he was given, and he is now garnering that and just kind of collecting all those. He remember what happened to him, and he learned from it, and now he is passing that on to the girlfriends, Jaguar Wright, the husband. The manipulation is what he learned how to do. That's what I see. So when the fight was going on, he was telling the husband, I love you, man. I love you. I love you. That was to kind of throw him off. Because if you're beating someone up and the other person is saying, I love you, it kind of throws you off. Should I throw this blow? Should I stop? It kind of throw off your defense mechanism to defend yourself or to beat the person. It puts you into a compassionate mode. Okay, so he was using that tactic that he learned. And with Jaguar Wright in the car when she was having her breakdown, and just before, and he was telling her, oh, he said he loves you. I believe he was talking about her husband, saying that he loves her. And when she was saying, no, they don't care. And he said, yes, they do. They've always cared. Yes, they do care. I care. And then at this point, he had his hand over her shoulder, and he was saying, I love you. I got to tell you the truth. I love you. So he was now confessing his love. And this was not, I love you in the sense of the word, oh, I love everybody. Oh, we're happy as people on planet Earth. Oh, we just love each other. Nah, this was a man-woman type of love that I want to get to know you better. That was the kind of love that he was conveying in that moment. That maybe he didn't know how to tell her, but now he figured this is the opportune time. Now that she says she wants to kill her husband, I kill everybody, and they're done. The marriage is done. This is the time for me to tell her, I got feelings, son. I got feelings. Let's get it on. So, this young man, I'm telling you, if any of you run into him, run for the hills. Because he's a devil's child, okay? So, guys, that is the end of the second wrap-up of the Jaguar Wright saga that just unfolded before our eyes, our very eyes. And I could not believe what I was seeing because it escalated so quickly. It escalated in the course of a day that all this went down. But Jaguar Wright did say the day before, when she was in her right mind, and she was talking to King Pen on, he was interviewing her, or she just called in just to voice, her opinions and tell him what was going on, that her husband had pulled a gun on her and she had to call the cops and they took him in. And she was saying, I went over to my friend's house, not only to make my husband jealous, but for someone to show me some love. And in that moment, I realized she was really doing a lot of stuff to get her husband jealous. And you got to be careful when you're doing stuff to get your spouse jealous. You don't know where it's going to end up. You don't know where they're going to take it. You don't know the retaliation that's going to come on you. Okay? So you have to be very careful. And this is not only for Jaguar Wright. This is for a lot of people out there who like to make their mates jealous. Oh, they're going to talk to this man over the phone or that woman just to make the person jealous. Or they're going to talk to somebody that a person don't like just to make them jealous, like an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend. Or they're going to agree to a dinner engagement with a man or a woman just to make their spouse jealous, although there's nothing going on between them and the person, but just to make their spouse jealous, they're going to do it. You got to be very careful, because when you open up that Pandora's box, you don't know what's going to come out. So on that note, YouTubers, I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. This is the second part of the two-part video I was putting out as a recap on the Jaguar Wright situation. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.